Happy Crockin' Monday, y'all.
This week we're crocking the Come Together Roast, and we have a special guest crocker, Krista McDaniel here from Royal Neighbors of America, and it's one of the largest women-led life insurance companies in the nation, and we're really glad to have you here.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for having me. It's so great to be here.
It's great having you here, Kristen. March is actually National Women's History Month, and Royal Neighbors is celebrating their 117th birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, and we're really excited to be celebrating with you. So, like both of you who were very visionary and found a need for women like me, Royal Neighbors back in 1895, 9 women came together and filled a need to provide financial security and healthy lifestyles for their families.
Well, as a mommy, you have a ton of things on your to-do list, but not always on the top is getting the right life insurance, but it's a really important task for moms to make sure they check off their list.
Most definitely, and what's so great about Royal Neighbors is we're not just about life insurance. We also provide financial education as well as programs to empower women. So our members not only benefit from great life insurance products, but they have member benefits such as our scholarship program and the ability to give back to other women as well as their communities through our Nation of Neighbors program.
Fantastic.
If you're real busy, how do you fit crocking into your everyday life?
Well, crocking actually saves my life. I love my crock pot. As a woman who works full-time as well as has 3 young children, I don't always have the opportunity to provide meals for my family, and actually I'm very blessed to have a husband who does a lot of the cooking, but I like to do my part, and that's really where the Crockin comes in. And I love the satisfaction of being able to put together a meal and then at the end of the day have something that's really healthy and delicious for the family. So it's, like I said, it's a lifesaver.
Yep, and it gives you a pat on the back for having that for your family and also working. And
most definitely.
Definitely
good accomplishment.
Another check off the to-do list.
Yes.
Well, we're going to show you how to do the Come Together roast. We've taken a part of my family's recipe and a part of Jenna's recipe and combined it. That's the coming together, and we hope it finds you coming together as families around the table and enjoying some family time.
We try to fit that in whenever we can. It's really important to us.
Yes.
So busy with life, when you can sit down with your family and enjoy a meal at the table, it's really nice.
Absolutely.
So we have a roast back here, browning. It's a 3 to 4 pound roast. You can use beef or pork. I have it coated in a mixture of half a cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of garlic and herb seasoning, and 2 tablespoons of onion powder along with some salt and pepper. And just on a plate, I've coated the roast on all sides.
It already smells good.
I know.
And this, we're actually using a crock that's really good for browning because you don't have to dirty up another dish. You can take it from your stovetop into your slow cooker base. So I'm going to brown it on all sides. You have to use your mitts though because it gets pretty hot. Do you do roast on certain days? My mom always used to do them on Sundays.
We don't really have the tradition with the family, but that's one thing that was really, I thought, neat about this recipe. It's another tradition that we can start with the family. So roast has been one of the items that I haven't tried yet.
Well, when Nicole and I think of slow cooking, we think of roast. So whenever we thought, what's a recipe we can combine, we automatically thought of doing a roast together.
And that's great.
Yeah, my mom also used to cook a roast almost every Sunday.
Oh, that's nice.
She'd put it on before we went to church, and we'd come home and all sit down together. And
that's perfect. That's a really good idea.
And you don't have to brown it a whole lot. It just actually locks in some of the flavor for you during slow cooking. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it back in the base. Now, your root vegetables you're going to want to put underneath the roast because they take a little longer to cook. Okay. So I could take it out and put it on a plate, but I have 2 assistants today, so surely they can help me pull that up and put these veggies underneath. We have a pound of baby carrots. I'm just going to slide those up underneath. All right, I like this assistant stuff. Wow. I have 2 cups of chopped celery. And then I have 3 to 4 potatoes, and they're chopped in pretty large pieces. You don't have to take a lot of time on these. Just dump them in.
There you go.
And then just you can lay it over there. As long as those are kind of toward the bottom, it's fine.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then you're going to take half a cup of water and put that in your bowl right over here. And you're going to use half a can of cream of mushroom soup and save the other half. You'll use it later on in the recipe. And put about half that can of cream of mushroom. And once you've whisked that together, you're just going to pour it over, drizzle it over the top.
Okay. Easy enough.
You're a Crockin' pro.
Yummy, yummy.
Now, Nicole and I always like to go with the low and slow method. So we're going to cover this and cook it on low for about 6 to 8 hours. Or if you need a shorter cook time, you can do it for about 4 to 5, whatever fits best with your schedule.
And when your roast is done, we usually serve it on a platter. But my family's tradition is to always serve with a brown gravy. Some like ketchup, like Jenna. But we like brown gravy, so we just take
I like this too. I tried it.
We take a brown gravy packet mix, and then half of your cream of mushroom soup that you have left over, you'll just make your brown gravy on the stovetop and whisk your cream of mushroom soup in, and it gives you a nice little gravy that you pour over your roast. And I like to eat mine with the carrots and potatoes too.
It's really good. Well, we had such a great time with you joining us with our Crockin' Monday video this week. If you would like to learn more about Royal Neighbors and how they're helping women across the nation, you can go to royalneighbors.org or crockingirls.com, and you can also find out a little more about the Crockin' Girls because we were just featured in their Royal Neighbors magazine.
Happy Crockin', y'all. Have a great week.
Want to try some roast?
Sounds great.
And I'll try it with gravy this time.
Oh,
No ketchup allowed.
Pretty good.
it's delicious.